Hello whiskey lovers, and welcome to another one of Mark's Whiskey Ramblings. I am taking here a pre-lunch brisky walk with my wife here in Ostende, a jewel in the crown that is the Belgian coast. And that's quite apt because I want to talk to you a little bit about a maritime malt, well, sort of like a maritime malt. I would like to talk to you about Oban. Now, Oban is a small distillery on the west coast of Scotland, and it's a bit of a harbour town, you know. And Oban is one of the oldest distilleries in Scotland, already founded in 1794. That's right. And on top of the cliffs you will find McKegg's Tower, sort of like a colosseum that was built by a banker, McKegg, with delusions of grandeur. It never got finished, and the locals call it McKegg's Folly. But anyway, in the middle of that little harbour town, Oban, sits the Oban Distillery, one of the oldest, 1794, like I said. That is not a typo. That also means that as it sits smack in the middle of the harbour town, it has no room for expansion, meaning it is one of the smallest distilleries in Scotland as well. And so their output is a mere 750,000 litres only. That also means that their core range is very limited. You've got the 14 years old, then you've got the NAS expression Little Bay that was launched in 2015, and then there's also an 18 years old, but that is only available in the United States. So that leaves us only a few specials that are available at the distillery only. There's just one other Oban that we can easily get our hands on, and that's the one I would like to try today, the Oban Distillers Edition. Now, in the case of the Oban Distillers Edition, which is again the classic 14 years old but with a second maturation, this is double matured on a Montilla Fino sherry cask. Let me just get a glass here. Thank you, Mr. Lion. And you will see that that sherry cask has actually given our Oban an extra golden sheen. Let me just try to put this away again. Please don't fall off. Bottled at 43% ABV. The Oban Distillers Edition on the nose. Well, despite expectations, this is not as maritime as you might expect. In this case, the maritime character of the DNA of the Oban Distillery is wrapped in beautifully fruity and sweet notes from the Montilla sherry cask. I get lots of fruit here. I get peach, banana, cherries, gooseberries. Oh, those dominate. And even though the maritime character is still discernible in the back, it's the fruit, it's the sherry, it's the Montilla that rules. But it is quite lovely on the palate. It's quite soft on the palate. And again, there's almost no spiciness. This is almost devoid of spices, and this is uber fruity. In fact, there's just a hint of licorice and some coriander maybe, but other than that, it gives the fruit all the room it needs to express itself. It's got all the freedom here, and the Oban maritime DNA is just playing a supporting role. This is again very sweet, a bit cloying even, and the fruit evolves from fresh and overripe to candied and dried variety. Quite lovely, in fact, on the finish. The finish, now that's the clincher. Again, it becomes quite spicy now. I get some nutmeg, becomes quite spicy, and also a tiny bit drying, and there's even a trace of wood smoke in there. But the good thing is that in the finish, that's when the DNA from Oban actually shines through. That's when the maritime character of this beautiful malt actually manifests itself. Wow, what a lovely malt indeed. If you ever try the Distillers Edition, don't let the Oban pass you by. Smallest distillery, one of the smallest distilleries in Scotland, and one of the oldest. This one was distilled in 2005, bottled 2019, double matured on a Montilla sherry cask, and absolutely a lovely, lovely little malt. And that's all for this whiskey rambling from the beautiful and sunny city of Ostende on the Belgian coast. And I hope to see you at one of Mark's Whiskey Ramblings real soon. And until then, may the malt be with you. Bye-bye.